What if Grayson fought Grayson? Could he defeat himself? Welcome to the Complete Story Series, where I take trade paperbacks and single issues and I break them down into digestible bites to help you understand. Then I read it dramatically back to you. All durations of the panel, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. Dick Grayson was presumed dead during the events of Forever Evil. In an effort to allow him to keep doing the good that he does, Batman enlisted his help in trying to find out what the organization Spiral was doing. He worked his way in and discovered their plot. But right around the time that he should have reported back to Batman and gone home, Batman was missing. This is during the period in which Batman had amnesia, and with no word from home base, Grayson stayed with Spiral trying to figure out what his next move was. Because every time that he would call up and ask to go home, he got no answers. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Helena, the now leader of Spiral, gets a report that Agent 37, also known as Grayson, has been seen killing other agents around the world. The organization that controls Spiral from the shadows informs her that it was done with the same weapon that Grayson uses, so it has to be him. Over in a museum, Grayson breaks in with Tiger, another agent of Spiral, to conduct their current mission, to retrieve a large rock of kryptonite and deliver it to the buyer. Grayson lets Tiger drop the guard, and he throws on his suit. With it giving him a series of problems, he asks Tiger, "Am I straight?" referring to his bow tie. While this is going on, Helena is going through all of the evidence that points to Grayson. None of this is adding up. Why would he betray her and Spiral at this point? But all of the pieces do fit. It could only be him. Back in Spain, Grayson goes to the dance floor and he spies the woman with the big rock on a necklace. Then, as they proceed to dance the night away, Grayson makes his move and he snatches the gem off of her necklace, pocketing it. He then goes into full distraction mode, giving her a kiss and walking away. She notices right away that the stone has been taken and she begins to shout out, "Thief! Thief!" With a smile, Grayson runs back into the halls where Tiger is waiting for him. He begins to sprint down the hallways and Helena gives him a call, telling him to take Tiger out of the equation. Agent 1 may have been compromised. So Grayson cocks his arm back, dropping Tiger. "Really sorry, man, but it looks like they always used to say, when you stop listening to the voices in your head, you've probably gone crazy." He then makes a break for it, leaving Tiger at the mercy of the guards. Tiger looks around and simply says, "You're an idiot, Grayson." Grayson runs across the building to where a guard is being questioned about the mysterious person that he can't remember. Because Spiral has special technology called Hypnos that blurs individuals' faces so you'll never know that they were there. The guard only remembers the tuxedo, but as Grayson runs through kicking him in the head, he tells him, "Don't forget my smile." Tiger looks at the guards and he begins to drop them all within seconds. Then he decides that he's going to get his revenge on Grayson. No one betrays Tiger. As he slips away requesting an extraction from Helena, she informs Tiger that he isn't to go after Grayson. Without much more to go on, Grayson makes his way to the drop-off point to meet the buyer. Helena still hasn't told him what's going on, and as far as he's concerned, Tiger is the compromised agent, and he's now been handled. But when he gets to the drop-off point, he sees one person who should never have kryptonite, Lex Luthor. He is the drop-off. Grayson smiles at him. "Do you really think I'm going to turn this over to you, Luthor?" And Luthor explains that ever since Forever Evil, I've been a member of the Justice League, and I'm doing my duty to acquire all of their weaknesses to remove them from the playing field. But Grayson doesn't believe it. Why would Spiral deal with him? Lex explains, "Who do you think invented the Hypnos technology that they stole and re-engineered? The technology that allows them to remain hidden and talk telepathically. I have the next phase of it, complete body control." He then demonstrates by taking control of Grayson's body, forcing him to almost grab the waitress's butt next to him. Realizing that he can't win against this, Grayson throws coffee into Lex's face and he jumps off the side of the cliff onto his own ride, which is hidden right there. Even with Lex's drones chasing him, he rockets into the night sky. He tries to call up Helena to report and ask what's going on, and she doesn't answer, leaving him to assume that everything that he thought was going on is wrong. And he wrongfully dropped Agent 1 back in the museum. So he has Spiral HQ give him Agent 1's location, and he begins to head over to that direction. Agent 1 during all of this is beneath Rome, Italy, in a burial room filled with skulls. He's snooping around on his current mission when out of nowhere, Grayson appears above him and begins to strangle him. Tiger hits the ground in pain and the fake Grayson drops behind him asking, "Who am I?" He begins to beat down Tiger with his batons until Grayson sees himself. "You know, I've never really seen myself from this angle. No idea what all the fuss is about. Let me guess. Clayface?" The two Graysons begin to battle it out, with Grayson trying to guess who the fake Grayson really is. As they begin to battle, he asks, "Do you ooze? Because if you ooze, you're Clayface." And then he knocks the faker back, and he sees no ooze. "Gotcha, so no Clayface." And you're talking in complete sentences, so that kind of rules out Killer Croc in a good mask. Then Grayson jumps in, kicking himself in the face. "Wait, I got it. You're secretly Wonder Woman. Now hear me out here." He keeps throwing punches over and over, explaining that he thinks that it's Wonder Woman because she's doing this so that she can get with him. She must be tired of Superman. Then he leans in. How about a kiss? And he headbutts the evil doppelganger. The doppelganger hits the ground and Grayson smirks. Damn, I headbutted myself. Might be a metaphor for every girl that I've dated. But at this time, the doppelganger decides to start playing the talking game. Barbara might agree, or Corey. Grayson is thrown off. What did you say? The doppelganger gets back up and begins swinging. How about I guess who you are? Are you Robin, Nightwing, Agent 37? The fight continues and Grayson is starting to get mad. Who is this? They know everything about him. He finally has had enough and he runs in furious, so the doppelganger throws his Hypnos into a loop, forcing him to hit the ground. You don't understand these Hypnos at all, do you, Grayson? You can be made to see whatever they want you to see, and you didn't even see yourself losing. In the vertigo state that he is in, Grayson gets up and he approaches himself. But there's one secret weapon that very few people know about, and Helena has used it on him before. The kill command for the Hypnos. And this person has that kill command. The doppelganger says it. And then Grayson hits the ground, confused and disoriented. And the doppelganger looks over at Tiger to see him ripping the Hypnos out of his own eyes, allowing him to see the truth, the person behind this whole plan. Agent 8, his partner that died. Tiger and Grayson reported in the next day to Helena. Tiger told her that he pulled out his Hypnos and he saw who it was. Maxwell, Lord of Checkmate, trying to ruin Spiral from the inside. And since he was the only one to see who it truly was, no one questions him. But Grayson is fed up with this. These little games that these spy organizations play are stupid, and he's tired of it all. He completed his job, and now he can't even contact Batman. So he tells Helena that he's done and he's leaving, and he walks out of the office. In his room, he grabs his comm, his only communication with Batman, and he tells him, "I'm coming home, and I hope you can read this." It's time for Grayson to go back to Gotham after everyone has assumed that he's dead to find out where Batman is. Agent 8 slipped away and reported that Tiger was going to say what she told him to. She knows that he will. And Dr. Nets, the doctor who works for Spiral, tells her, good, the plans are working. Now, this story will eventually lead up to Nightwing Rebirth and how he gets his storyline of Nightwing back. I wanted to bring the rest of Grayson first because a lot of you guys have actually been requesting it when we never intended to go past the original story arc. But since a lot of you are requesting it, we're going to finish it up and explain how he gets back the title of Nightwing and how he ends up going back to Gotham and how it all links into the Rebirth. Hope you guys enjoy, and we'll be back very soon with the next part of this.
Hey, this is Grayson. I'm gonna be your new gymnastics instructor. In my 5-step program, you're gonna learn the sickest flips. Robin flips, Nightwing flips, even Secret Agent Grayson flips. You're not gonna want to miss this instructional video. Pre-order your copy today and I'll throw in this pink little monster with a green headband. Call now!